budget angler here, just out and about. Nice sunny morning so far, although it's not going to last. And about an hour ago we had like a biblical rainstorm, so I've got me waterproofs and fingers crossed it's not going to be too bad. The plans have all gone to cock today, as they always do with me. There's a train's broken down somewhere, and it means I can't get down to where I was going to go and fish the rivers that I recce'd last weekend. So I'm out on my usual chalk stream. So sorry, I've been showing you a hell of a lot of this area recently, so it's probably getting a bit samey. But although it is a bit different today, as much that we've had so much rain that it's really flooded. You can see there, all that foliage is normally, you know, a foot and a half away from the water. So yeah, really challenging conditions. Got some cheese paste, got some bread, got some maggots, so fingers crossed I can winkle out a few fish, just fishing the eddies, fishing the slack spots, and we'll see what we can get. I'm using a heavy float that I made myself. It's like a 3 AAA balsa and porcupine quill, so I'll show you that, and fingers crossed I can find a few little spots and get a few fish for you. There you go, beautiful winter roach there, just in the dappled sunlight, and he's just got a little injury on the top of him there. I reckon that might be just a missed heron attack, or maybe even a cormorant. But yeah, well happy with that, lovely little fish. Much better roach there, guys, absolutely lovely, real fat winter roach, brilliant looking fish, fantastic. There you go, guys, first fish on the cheese paste. Lovely little trout there with the nice red spots. No chub yet, but I'm going to keep persevering. Darn. Oh, coming out the snags, come on. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's still on. Another cracking roach there, absolutely beautiful. I missed a few bites. I had a size 14 on, and I missed a few bites that I felt I should have had, so I scaled right down to a size 18, stuck a single maggot on, and lo and behold, it's got a result, if I can get my words out. Oh wow. Definitely the smallest trout I've ever caught. What an absolute stunning little miniature beast. That is fantastic. That's only a little one. Another little trout there. None of the big scrappers today, but I'll take it. And it does look like the weather is going to be closing in on us very soon. That's the float I'm using there. It's just a stick float. It's got no eyes whipped onto it. It's just it's porcupine quill at the bottom there, a balsa body, and it's actually got a bit of sarkander reed tip, just whipped there, and just a bit of whipping at the bottom, which is a bit decorative. I've got two green float rings there and there, and I've actually got a shot there just to stop it sliding down on the rings when I'm casting. Then I've got two bulked down about a foot, and then the bait can flap and flutter a bit. I will sometimes move the shot up, you know, I'll adjust it per swim depending on how deep it is and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just the float I'm using. And I mean, once you add a bit of balsa onto reed or quill, you really do up the buoyancy, and so you end up with quite a heavy float. And in this wind, if I want to cast upstream, it has been really useful. Another little trout there. That was just on a bread flake. I lost the hook in a snag and went up to a bigger size and put on a bigger chunk of bread, because the water's really coloured up now than it was earlier. I think the water's actually managed to drain into the river now, so I thought a nice big bright white bait, and it seems to do the trick. Another little trout there, absolutely splendid in the sunshine. Fantastic little fish they are. Morning guys, making it a bit of a two-parter for you this weekend as ever. Just, you know, trying to just keep on vlogging really while the going gets tough and winter seems to be drawing in. We're not a million miles away from Christmas now, so yeah, had a few yesterday in the little stream. Tough conditions, but managed to winkle out a couple, and you know, I'll get into the point now where if there's fish in there, I can normally winkle a couple out, even if it's really cold. Just start finessing right down and stuff like that. Bit of a different one today. I'm at a commercial day ticket. It's Henlow Bridge. Been here before. Did a vlog about it. It's nice here. Really well kept. Really nice. Nice lakes. Attentive staff. You know, it's not one of these places where people just scoop out a hole in the ground, fill it full of carp, and then take people's money. It is actually really nice. You know, they're really up on fish care and just care of the banks and stuff like that. You can't use bank sticks. You have to use something that sits on top of the ground. So I've got myself a rod pod. I'm going to be using a couple of feeder rods today. Just going for small stuff on one, and then see what I can get on the other. There are some nice carp in here, so yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. And so far, no one else is here. I'm the only one here, which is mad. Although it might not be the best thing in the world, because I think somewhere like this, you probably want a bit of bait going in just to get the fish feeding and get them moving around a bit. Because if they're all shoaled up where I'm not, then it's a bit of a faff, and it's a booked swim only, so I can't get up and move around really. So it's yeah, luck of the draw, but fingers crossed we'll get something out. Oh, a big bosh over there. Something just jumped out of the water. That's a good sign. I mean, it's been really mild the last week or so, and my mum's got a pond in her garden, and the fish are all up in the water looking for food, even though it's December, which they're often, you know, just sulking down at the bottom waiting for the summer. So yeah, I think we've got a reasonable chance of getting something out today, and it's going to be a nice sunny day as well. There's a chance of a few squally showers blowing through later, but they're like sort of on the radar map. They're just blobs. They're not full-on bands of rain, you know. So fingers crossed we can miss them as well. Although I've got my waterproofs if needs be. There you go, guys, look at that lovely bream there in the sunshine. Absolutely cracking fish, that is. Brilliant. That was just on a single maggot. I just scaled right back and wham, tip went right round. Cracking fish. Oh. Oh, it's going well, whatever this is. Oh, wow. There you go, guys. Look at that for a stunning roach. That is absolutely beautiful, fantastic. You don't often see them so nice in a commercial lake. They often get out-competed by the carp, but that is absolutely lovely. Little roach there, very pale fins on him. Right, guys, what I want to do is show you the twizzle boom, and it's just a way of getting fewer tangles when you're feeder fishing. And I'm just demonstrating this bit of mono I'm using here. I don't know if you can, hopefully you can see that. It's a bit thicker than I normally use for this sort of fishing, but hopefully it will show up a bit better on the video. I'm just going to demonstrate with this open end feeder, and I'll just show you attaching a hook length as well. So this side here, where I'm shaking my hand, is the rod end, and then this goes down to basically the tag end. There's no hook length or anything on there yet. So what you want to do first is thread your feeder onto your main line. I'm just using this like a little link ledger. It's just a clip, swivel clip there. Then you can change it to a bomb or a maggot feeder or whatever. It's just be, whatever weight you're using or feeder. Then what you do is take the line, and in your thumb and forefinger, you just twizzle it. And what you can do is pinch it with that hand, and then don't let go, and go again if you can't get enough twizzle from one go round. And there you can see, he says trying to grab that. You can see that there. That's not quite focusing, is it? But there you go, and that's made like a boom. So that's double the thickness. It's all twizzled, and you can see how stiff that goes. If you're using braid, this won't work. This only really works on mono, but yeah, and so that's the idea. And then just tie it off. I just tie a overhand knot as if you were going to tie it like tying a loop. He says. And that's your boom there. So you can see there you've got a stiff boom. That's probably a little bit, that might be a little bit long than what I'd normally use. I'd probably use it a little bit shorter than that, but obviously it all depends up to you. And there are occasions where you might want a longer boom, and the thicker, the heavier the line you're using, you're going to be able to get a much longer, stiffer boom out of it. Right, you've got your boom there. The feeder's threaded down the line here. I've snipped my tag end off, and you just want to put a shot on to act as a stop. You could use a stop or a float stop, whatever you want really, but I just use a little shot because I've always got them, and it just gives you a bit of extra weight, especially if you're using a very light feeder. Just bit that on, and then there you go. You can see there you've got the feeder there, and you've got the boom well away from the feeder, and that keeps the hook length well away from the feeder, and hopefully will prevent tangles. And you just put your hook length on there. Right, so I'll just show you putting the hook length on. So it's just a loop to loop knot. I've got a hook to nylon there. Well, I haven't got a hook on the end. It's just a piece of lighter mono. I'm trying to look over the camera. And there you have it. That is, hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can really. There you go. And then that there, hopefully you can probably see. you've got the if it will stay still, you've got the boom sticking well away from the feeder, basically. And it's just a simple, you haven't got to faff around. And now what you could do is also have a swivel. Instead of using just a loop to loop, you could put a swivel on the end of your hook link, and that there would then, if you're using a bait that might spin when you're retrieving it, like a piece of corn or even like a couple of maggots, they will actually propel her through the water and can twist. So putting a swivel there will help combat that. But I tend to not feeder fishing with distance casting, just because I don't fish those sort of places. But if I was casting and retrieving a long way, I would definitely put a swivel there just to prevent any unnecessary tangling. And there you go, really. Hopefully that's come out. I don't have super duper filming equipment, so it's not always easy to show you the finer details of stuff on a video. But what you're doing is twizzling the line together to create where it wraps itself together, and you're creating that twizzle boom there. You're creating that thicker double length of line that's stiffer, that just holds the hook link away from your feeder, like that, really. And that's so it just yeah, I've just found it just eases up on tangles, and it's a really easy way to do it. You can tie it on the bank quite quickly, and I find it really useful. Well guys, almost dark now. I stayed up far later than I was going to. It's got really cold, and I've just realised I've still got my GoPro on and my really knobbly hat. Yeah, a couple of fish. Absolutely plagued by tiddlers. The tip was just bang, 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 bang all afternoon, and even when I went down to a small hook and single maggot, I wasn't even getting them, and the maggot was coming up sort of all chewed up and sucked every other time. So I reckon they must be tiny, and now it's just getting dark, and there's like, even though it's winter, there's like a few little insects have sort of cropped up. There are some tiny little fish just all around near the surface, sort of like that big. So I reckon it's like I suppose the smaller ones need a lot more food, don't they, to kind of keep themselves going, and they're sort of like more energetic and moving, where the big ones kind of just probably shoal up somewhere and sit it out. So yeah, there's a few other people fishing. No one had any carp out. God, you probably can't see it actually, but I'm amazed at how many tiny little fish are jumping around. Well, I've got to go now anyway, because they kick you out at 4 o'clock. So yeah, but I'm glad I come out. Hopefully that's been enjoyable for you. Hopefully just showing you that little twizzle boom as well on the feeder. I think I've put it before on one of my videos, but yeah, I just find it just really helps with tangling, or not tangling, I should say. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please hit that subscribe button. Please drop us a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers guys, fish on.